Underwear Chapter.
Big smile he makes at me. Guys, welcome to another episode of Into the West Comics. My name is Frank. Sonny is here.
Hello, hello. What's going on, party people? I love looking around the room. We all got some really cool hoodies on.
We all have some really cool hoodies. Compliments of Sonny's mom. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mom. We love you. This was such a cool little gift. She hit me up and she was like, "Oh, I got sweaters for the boys. I got it." Everybody.
Even Quanzilla.
Quanzilla's got his. He didn't put it on, though. Kind of mad.
Cobra Kai. Attaboy, son. Let him know.
That's pretty hard.
Hot Dog Paul is here.
Hello. How are you guys? I was like waiting for it to flip, and then it didn't because Quan was putting the jacket on.
And he's got his chain out and is just feeling good right now.
Dude's got earrings on.
I know. So some of you don't know. I have had my ears pierced for a long
I
time.
never
You didn't
knew
just
that.
do it today?
And I just didn't do it today, but I finally decided I was going to put my studs in and keep them in. And yeah, I got a haircut last week. You know, just Swag Don's coming back. You feel me?
Oh, snap. Oh, snap.
But enough about me. Frank, what's going on today?
Oh, wow. You look good.
Thanks, bud. So do you.
Thanks, man. We look nice.
Oh, we got one more person still here.
Listen, he's back
We
from his
do.
special assignment. The variant is here
He's
in his
This is in the apartment.
secret location there. He's got his hoodie on, too. How are
This
you?
hoodie's amazing.
It's so cool.
It's pretty cool.
I feel very comfortable,
I know, right?
and I can't handle how good Donovan looks today.
You can't
Wow. This
no,
is
he
a-
can handle it.
This
He
is a
can't
little
handle it.
overwhelming.
He came
A
in
little
here with the
overwhelming.
bomber with the chain on him. Like, okay, I see you, player.
Hey, man.
That's good. It's good to be back.
Life
guys.
is good.
Life is good. It's good to hear that.
Guys, in 1 week, we're going to see, I guess is probably the most anticipated film for us all to be seeing,
For sure.
is The Batman, of course. In about 2 months, we get the Doctor Strange sequel, Multiverse of Madness. You guys have watched all of the multiple trailers and all of the theories, and I wanted to pick your brains because I've got my own panel of geniuses right here in front of me when it comes to this. I wanted to play a little bit of a game. We're going to call it Odds Makers for the night.
Okay.
I want to get your percentage odds
I like this.
for these characters who will be appearing in the Doctor Strange sequel. You guys are following me. You're going to give me a percentage number,
Okay.
okay?
I like this.
Like, for example, variant, if I ask you if Doctor Strange is appearing in Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, you would say... You taking a break? What are you doing?
What?
If you were...
He was going to you on that one,
I saw that
Jonathan.
coming a mile away.
You're doing the example. If you're
I'm
doing-
doing the example. I'm paying attention.
Well, I don't know if that's
it's
true.
not.
Well, the example is if Doctor Strange is going to appear in Doctor Strange 2 and the Multiverse of Sadness, you would say that's 100%.
Oh, sorry. I didn't know what you wanted me to say. A+.
What?
Ask me, Frank.
Get this man
Ask
off the
me.
screen. Get
Ask
this man
me.
off the
Ask
screen.
me. I got this. I think I got this. Go ahead, Frank.
Let's start, shall we?
Yeah.
Now that we've
Now we're all here.
now that we've clarified the rules and the
That's
variant is
yo child.
participating.
That is yo child.
My goodness. Okay.
That's why
Sonny.
he's the variant.
So
Yo,
I'm
yo.
gonna start.
Hey, Jonathan. A plus.
A+.
Everyone's doing great. A+.
Oh,
Okay.
and also in the comments, while we're doing this, please leave in the comments for every character that he has. Leave in the comments what percentage you think the characters that we're mentioning might be. And we want to
Absolutely.
hear from you guys as well.
We
What's
want to
up,
know
Julio?
the likelihood of this. This is 2 months out, so we can run this back after we've seen the movie and
Okay.
see how accurate we are.
I like
about
that
this.
idea.
I've got about 10 plus characters to go through.
Okay.
And I wanted to ask you guys, starting with, we haven't seen him since the original Ploos series ended.
Okay.
Sonny, what percentage do you give Spectral Vision to be appearing in the Multiverse of Madness?
Oh.
What percentage?
And for those of you who might not know, that's Gray Vision,
White.
White Vision.
I
Yeah,
would
he's.
have
I
said
guess he's more
cool.
I
white.
would have said white.
Vision.
He's White Vision with the blue stone. I thought he was gray
correct.
for some reason.
No, he's super cool. That's actually, I didn't even think about that, but now that you mention it, that's kind of high on the scale.
Okay.
For me, I'd say maybe like 75, 78%.
Whoa, I like that. Okay, Donovan.
35%.
35% that he appears.
Yeah, 35%.
Paul.
90.
Oh,
90%.
see, yeah, right.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah, I'm going a little up
On the
there,
higher
too.
side?
I'd say like 85.
because he did
90%
storm
that he
off,
appears.
and we know he's out there somewhere, and Wanda's gonna want to talk to some Vision,
Right.
You know, so that's cool. I
Yeah.
like that you brought that up.
Me
Okay,
too. And then
okay.
in the comments we have Julio. He says 40%, and then our good friend Cameron Coates. He says 15% for White Vision.
Okay.
Okay.
Cam's a little low on Vision appearing in this. Okay.
Let's keep
Is
this
that,
rolling.
is that what you want? How much you want him? Like, what percentage do you want? Like,
No,
or
just
what,
what-
how you
what's
actually think? Yeah,
likelihood?
the right thing.
What
The
do you think?
likelihood of
because
him.
15 feels like
Very low.
really low.
So Cameron says it'll be a post-credit scene if it is. That's a
Okay.
fair argument. I'll give
Do we
him
get
that.
2 post-credit scenes?
Oh, for sure.
Don't we always?
Variant?
Yes. We get 3.
I thought you were going to say A+.
We get 3. There
We
we go.
get A+ version. Okay. Okay, second character here I got on the list. You haven't seen this character since the end of WandaVision as well.
Ooh.
Agnes, or Agatha Harkness.
Actually, to be part of everything, possibly, maybe 45. I think she might.
She might.
Under 50 for sure.
Okay.
Because she has to. Wanda's got to have learned some more stuff. I think Wanda might have gone back to the town, maybe, and we see a little interaction, or maybe she's learned something, or maybe she went down in the basement and got
Because she
something
kind of like
else.
wiped her memories. of-
Yeah, she gave her the hard reset.
she's a member of Westview, Eastview, whatever. She's just
Right.
stuck there. Right.
Okay.
Okay.
No, that's good.
Donovan.
What you
I'm
got?
going to say 0%.
Okay.
You don't
And
think
here's
she
the-
appears at
I
all?
don't think she appears. I think she's
There is
getting
going
her
to
own
be
show.
I was going to say,
We
there's
do
a
know she's
rumor
getting
that she's
her-
going to have her own series.
And
That might be,
they'd be
some after
foolish
credit.
not to.
Right.
But I think she served her purpose as far as helping this story in WandaVision. She already explained the dark magic and chaos magic to
Right.
Wanda, and she found out she was the Scarlet Witch. I think she served her purpose for where Wanda's evolution is going and her story arc is going.
Okay.
All right.
I think that this is a Doctor Strange movie, not a Wanda movie.
Right.
And I
right.
think we
Fair.
have to remember that, like, this is
Okay.
about Doctor Strange handling the multiverse of madness. So, you know, we've seen Wanda have all these things about wanting to get her kids back, and I think it's a part of the Doctor Strange story, not the overall essence
Arc
of what
of
the
it.
story
Okay.
is.
So
supposed
you're
to
going 0%.
Yeah, I don't think Agatha is
Not
going to
at
be in
all.
this, and I don't think she's necessary to be in this.
Okay. Not at
Copy
all.
that.
0%, Paul.
What you got?
I was gonna say 1% because like I feel like 0 is like to say it definitely won't happen. I don't want to be
Right.
I don't want to be wrong.
I don't mind being wrong.
But I'm gonna go like 15% because she's not as integral to Wanda's character as Vision is. That's why I think if Wanda's gonna play a big part, we'll at least get a vision of White Vision or something like that.
Mhm.
But I I think if we do thank you, Quan. If we do get Agatha,
You get Vision?
I think it'll be like, you know how they did the post credits for Shang-Chi's sister. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, sure.
I feel
And
like we
then-
might get Agatha shows coming.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So I'm going like 15%.
I think, yeah.
What you,
I'd say it's more likely that it's a post-credit thing than actual.
dude?
part of the show.
I really like that. Paul.
After credits got to be crazy in this, dude. They got to be something crazy.
You'd imagine with all of the rumored and confirmed and whatever cameos, it's probably gonna be pretty nuts. Okay,
what you got?
I have a
now-
feeling this whole movie is just going to be a very long trailer for the MCU.
Now it's going to start to pick up a little bit. Just so you guys know, if you're watching right now, I haven't told them any of these names.
No,
I wanted a fresh, like, honest reaction to it. I did not send them anything ahead of time. I wanted to catch them off guard
okay.
and get their legit reactions.
Legitimacy.
Namor, the Submariner.
Ooh.
Your percentage of if we see him appear in this film.
Oh man, it would be nice to set up a little something in the next Black Panther film. So like, it would be nice to see him in this as just like a small little callback or an intro for that. Damn. Whoa, 25% maybe.
Okay.
I think same thing, Paul. I don't want to be wrong and him show up and I'm like, oh, I didn't
Well,
say
I just feel
anything.
like 0. I'm not gonna say 100 for anybody, and I'm not gonna say 0 for anybody.
Right. Okay.
Unless you ask me like if Professor X is gonna be in it, then 100, because obviously.
Well, wait, let's wait then.
Okay. So, Donovan,
0%.
0% that we get Namor.
No, I just
What
don't
if he's
see...
on the council? What if it's
But
one of
he's
what if it's
been-
I know,
one
but
of the Illuminati?
there's 7 people on the
He's
council.
part of the Illuminati, Donovan.
No, I understand that, and I understand he's in the Illuminati, and I understand that we may see the Illuminati in this movie,
Yeah,
but there
it
are
looks like
we have 7 seats that are up there.
Yeah.
So you mean to tell me there's going to be 7 characters up there we've never met before ever, or possibly there's 2 or 3 that we do, and if there are 2 or 3 up there, that still leaves 4 or 5 people we have no backstory to, no idea where they came from, who they are, and why they play an integral role. And I don't
that's a good
think
point,
that
actually.
having Namor in this does that. Now, I think Namor will be introduced in the new Black Panther movie in a
Yeah.
post-credit scene, or perhaps midway through,
Yeah.
almost like a Ulysses S. Claw was when he was in Ultron,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and then we saw him again in Black Panther. I think
Yeah.
we're going to have him introduced maybe somewhere else. I don't think this is the story to do it, though, so I'm going to go again, 0% on Namor.
Paul, what you got?
I'm gonna go like 50%.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
50-50.
Yeah.
Because they've been talking about, or there's been like hints at Namor for a long time.
A long time.
If I remember correctly, was there something like kind of hinting at him in WandaVision?
A little bit. There was also one in, I think, an Endgame.
And it
Yeah.
was it Endgame?
She
Yeah.
said that there was
The
an
water-
earthquake
Under
underwater.
Under the ocean. She was like,
Yeah.
we deal with it by not dealing with
Right.
it. You know what I mean?
so
Like,
I think there's a good chance we get him, but I wouldn't be surprised if we didn't. And if he is, I think he's just gonna kind of be sitting there, and people are gonna be like, "Whoa!" He's gonna be like,
Exactly.
"Whoa, who's that?" kinda
like
thing.
a Charlie Cox in Spider-Man, you know?
Like even less than that, almost. Like I think he might just be chilling in one of the chairs and be stoic and not say
And not
anything
even
the whole
speak.
time. And that way they
That'd
can
be
kind of like
sick.
don't have to like
Swim
get
away
whatever actor they're
afterwards.
gonna use.
Okay. I say again, I would say it's like 50-50 as well.
Okay.
Maybe a little less than that.
45.
And that he probably doesn't speak. Like I've heard that they've cast the actor
Antonio Banderas.
Well, no, it's not him, and it's not Al Pacino either. You got to giggle out of
Look
it.
at all these fish. Wakanda forever.
Atlantis.
Not as long as I'm alive. Let's go swim.
My only
Let's
Pacino
go
imitation is inappropriate. Okay, so
He can fly too.
What about the variant?
I forgot what I was going to say. Variant, what do you think so far?
I don't know about Namor, but I mean, it'd be cool. I just think that there's gonna be so much already in the movie.
Yeah.
That's a big character.
You don't think he speaks, that if he shows
if they
up,
just
he's
show him at like a table, is he just not gonna, be wearing a shirt? That's like
Yeah, it's gonna
It's
have
just gonna
the
be
cut
him.
off armor thing with
Right.
Weird, like,
sleeves,
skin.
but not the shirt.
yeah, not the shirt. And he's just gonna be sitting there, and then there's gonna be everyone else like dudded up with like the cool.
All I
don't know.
want from Namor, whenever he does show up, he better have wings on his feet.
Yeah.
Really? You
Because
want
that's
that?
the
Agreed.
reason that's how he swims, that's how
Right.
he flies, that's how he does all this
Right.
stuff.
Okay.
I don't think they're gonna let him fly in the MCU.
I think they should.
This one might get a good reaction out of you. I'm hoping
Okay.
that you guys freak out.
What you got?
The rumor is that we're going to get a new actor playing this character and that he might be debuting in this film. This has been a rumor for a bit.
I'm going high
Prior
on
to
this
the
one.
Professor X thing, could we be seeing Wolverine
Oh,
Oh,
I thought he was
in
gonna
the
say something
Doctor
different.
Strange of the Multiverse of Madness? Your percentage, what you think?
I'm going a little low on this one for Wolverine. I think maybe 5%. Just because I don't want to say it's impossible. But if they do have someone else around Professor X, it should be Wolverine. You know what I mean? That would be cool. I don't think that they're gonna give Wolverine in this. That's like the variant said. That's a big character to put into this movie when there's already
As
gonna
a
be
cameo.
so much.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Donovan.
0%.
0%.
I'm
that we
going
get a
0%
Wolverine.
again. There was a rumor that, or not a rumor, but a theory. I saw that Eric Voss of New Rockstar said it, that it's possible, and this is a really this is a Mephisto type theory.
Who were they talking about that cast him?
I don't know who the casting
I don't know
possibility
who it
is
was.
either, but I haven't heard anything as far as, and I'm really close on the inside. But there's a theory that
He's on the pulse of the MCU.
the zombie
On the pulse.
Strange is Defender Strange, and that there's these 3 big scars that are in front of his face, and that perhaps those scars were from Wolverine. I'm not buying it. I think that's a little, and no offense, it's a little tinfoil hat for me.
Man.
But I see
That's pretty out
0%.
there.
Well, he's the tinfoil hat guy.
Yeah.
If this movie is about just showing us people that we wanted to see in the MCU for a really long time, then I'm not interested in seeing this movie. To be honest with you, I'm interested in
You
seeing
might
this
not
movie.
be interested in seeing this movie.
No, but I'm saying no. But hear
think
me out.
that's how it's
But hear
gonna
me out
go.
though. Like, okay, you're gonna put Wolverine, Namor, all these different characters that have no backstory. I mean, that's treading in DC waters, if you ask me. And I think that they would need to slow down as far as introducing, because I don't know. I want Doctor Strange to be something that helps the MCU go forward and what's going to happen with everything in the multiverse. But I think that just throwing everybody in there just for fans' sake, I think is a little messy and
That's
could be a little
kind of
tricky.
what they said they were gonna. Like that's kind of
That's why they
exactly
went back.
What they said
That's
they
why
did
they went back with the
reshoots for.
reshoots.
And I understand, but
Because
it
they were
has
like,
to
oh,
make
this
sense.
Spider-Man stuff went
You would
crazy.
like it to make sense.
Yes, I would like it to make
And
sense.
I think it's
They
going to
screened
make
it,
sense.
and then they didn't
dude.
like it. They wanted reshoots, and then they had to.
Well, it's
add
because
stuff after the fact.
Spider-Man came out, and they were like, "There's."
Spider-Man melted everyone's brain.
They were like, "There's no
Yeah.
way that they got all of this and to make it cohesive and really actually make sense." And I think that these guys know what they're doing. I think it's going to be a little much, and that's why it's 3 hours, right? Isn't it?
Probably.
Doctor Strange?
Yeah, isn't it?
We don't know.
Oh, I thought it
Yeah.
was. I thought.
That's
No, it's
Batman.
Batman.
Okay.
Batman
Batman's
will be
3
3
hours?
hours.
Yeah. Yeah,
Get
so-
there at 8.
Yeah.
But-
Get out of.
But with Spider-Man, though, everything was really contained and really grounded.
Exactly what he said.
Spider-Man was really contained and really grounded, and we had such great backstories with the other 3 Spider-Men, right?
Yes,
we
we did.
knew all that stuff. We don't have a backstory in the MCU for Wolverine. We don't have a backstory in the MCU for
That's fair.
Namor.
Yeah.
We have an attachment to the 3 Spider-Men, so we understood that character. And again, it kept it grounded.
Yeah.
They did a really creative way of showing, Kraven and all these different villains, but they didn't do it in a way where it was like, oh, they cast this person to this. They just kind of showed the outline, and that was it.
And that's why I'm not going to go 0% on anything, because Kraven was technically in Spider-Man, whatever the name of that movie is.
No Way Home?
No Way Home. There you go. I was going to say the wrong one. But
Far From
so
Home.
I think when we're talking about characters from other universes and just glimpses of characters, we are going to get a lot of that. And if we see Hugh Jackman's Wolverine floating by in a shard of reality, does that count?
I would say no, because if it doesn't lend credence to the story, then why would how is it helping further the story? If Hugh Jackman
If
just
it's a
goes,
silhouette of Wolverine, then I mean, it's like,
know what I mean?
yeah,
Like,
exactly.
That'd be
Yeah.
kinda
Because they're
tight,
gonna
though.
be they're
That would
gonna
be
be
kinda-
smashing through universes, and maybe they smash through a universe and fly
Okay.
by. Because there's a scene in the trailer where Defender Strange, I think it is smashing through into a different universe, and it cuts. But if you pause it on that moment, it's an animated universe. that
Yes,
he's-
it looks like the 90s
Yes.
X-Men cartoon.
yeah.
Uh-oh.
And so if you
It's a little preview of something. that might
if
happen.
I think we're gonna get a bunch of cameos, even if it's just, oh look, there's that guy in passing, there's that guy in passing. Oh, we're falling through this universe and we see whomever.
Right.
We see Yohan Griffith's Mr. Fantastic or
Mhm.
something like that. So I'm gonna go probably about 40% on. No, I'm gonna go higher than that. I'm gonna go 60%. I'm gonna flip it. I'm gonna go
on
60%.
Wolverine appearing.
The only reason I'm going over 50 is because of Patrick Stewart.
That's
Patrick Stewart is
because
in
you
it.
That's
heard
why
him
I
speak
think-
and you saw them.
Right.
Looks like
And
he's
there's been
leaning
pictures of Hugh Jack. It's documented Hugh Jackman and Kevin Feige have been hanging out.
Right.
They're friends. They talk a lot. I don't think it would be a stretch to get Hugh Jackman to show up for whatever.
And I don't think if we get Wolverine, it's going to be a new Wolverine. It's going to be Hugh Jackman.
I think it'll. If
For
we
the
do
fan
get
service to
Wolverine,
pay
it will
off.
be Hugh Jackman.
Absolutely.
If we're
Absolutely.
asking non-Hugh Jackman Wolverine, I think like 1%.
For whatever we're getting in this universe, we don't
Right.
even know
Right.
how many universes they're mashing up. Okay, Chris Evans as Evil as the Hydra Cap
Ooh, that would be sick.
percentage.
Sorry,
That would be
I
sick.
was laughing at Tanya in the chat.
Oh, she's
Shout out to everybody
She
in the
asked if
chat.
she gets a Batman sweatshirt. I said no,
nice.
because she doesn't.
Shout out to Julio. Julio's been going on this whole
He said
time, too.
because she doesn't.
It's too bad.
Oh,
Um,
I'm not gonna lie to you.
I'm gonna go just because the sake of not saying we don't know what's gonna happen in this. 5%. I don't think that.
5% that we get Hydra Cap.
I think that'll get blown over. They'll save that for like Secret Invasion or
Yeah.
something, down the line. I'm pretty low on that one. This guy's gonna say 0.
Yep, 100%. Don't even
Donovan?
need to talk to me. 0%.
Paul?
Um,
Cameron says 1% on Hydra Cap.
for Hydra Cap. Again, I'm gonna say like 20% because I think we might get like falling through a universe and he's in that uniform and we just bounce out of it or whatever real quickly.
Yeah, like they're like smashing through like different universe, and you just
Yeah.
see like a
Do I
flash of
think
something.
we're gonna
Like, I
get
think-
a development like of Cap becoming Hydra Cap or whatever the situation may
Nah.
be? No,
No.
It would be maybe this 4-hour, 5-hour movie.
But we'll get a
for them to get it
hey,
in.
was that? Well, there's gonna
Right.
be
It could be.
like they've all but confirmed that there's gonna be dozens and dozens of hey, that's that.
Yeah.
Hey, that's that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
going like 20% on Hydra Cap because I just think I don't think it's not impossible. I think it's at least could happen.
Frank,
Okay.
are you keeping this list so that when we go see the movie and then like
I'm just
our
going to go through
answers?
the video and like
Okay.
write everything down
Gotcha.
afterwards.
Okay.
Cam just kind of spoiled it for me. What I was going to ask next. Chris Evans as Human Torch.
I think that's way more possible than Hydra Cap. I would say maybe even
Variant's shaking his head violently.
It's
60.
gonna happen.
That's gonna happen, right?
It's gonna happen.
I say maybe 65%.
What's your percentage, Variant?
92.
92. Okay, cool.
That's bold.
Okay, Donovan.
Well, here we can go into it.
Yeah,
No,
please.
go ahead.
please.
But I think with a lot of like the shards of glass thing, the easiest thing that they could just do is just use clips from the archive of Marvel movies, and those shards of glass
Yes.
could be the animated series. It could be Spider-Man and his amazing friends with like Iceman.
Can I pitch a scene real
Yeah,
quick?
yeah, yeah.
So-
Paul's got it.
Doctor Strange. Sorry, I don't want to lose the idea. Doctor Strange is talking to Patrick Stewart, and he's like showing him universes or something that the Illuminati can do. And Patrick Stewart shows Doctor Strange in some way the scene from Logan where he or Logan dies.
I love that.
Thank you. All right,
Yeah,
continue.
that's perfect. Yeah, that like with because it's Sam Raimi, right?
Yeah.
Like that's who's directing this movie. So Spider-Man and Evil Dead. And what does he love to do? Use footage from his old movies.
Mhm.
He just loves to do that, and that's just like a normal thing. So them using footage from the old movies, them making fun of like the old stuff. Maybe Doctor Strange goes into the old, Fantastic Four movies, and he's like,
This
"Oh,
sucks."
Who are you guys? Oh, this wasn't planned out," and then they get like pushed somewhere else. I think that's super possible, and that's like the easiest way that they can do this without messing up. Without being like
That's
without
very
reaching
on
into
point.
too new.
That is super on point.
Donovan, your Human Torch percentage, please.
This man don't think nobody's showing up.
Come on.
0%.
Wow.
0%.
Who do you think is going to cameo in this?
I don't know. He
Your
hasn't finished his list
Paul,
yet.
I've got a few left. Paul, your percentage.
I'm going to go 60%.
Let's go.
Okay. Say 50-50.
The only thing that I'm not sure is because I don't know if that would be confusing to a general audience. That's the only reason I don't know if they might do it. But honestly,
I don't care, man.
Okay. So you're ready. You're ready for the one that we've been hearing about for a long time.
Oh man.
It was 10 plus years ago, and the guy had auditioned for the role or was being brought in for this role. Do we get Tom Cruise as Tony Stark?
I think we do. I think it's pretty high on the list. I think it's this man's going with 100%. I'm gonna say 90.
Oh, I haven't said anything yet.
I'm gonna say 95.
Okay.
Wow.
I think that's gonna happen.
Donovan.
25%.
Whoa, he
okay.
didn't say 0. I'm gonna go 98%. I think we get Tom Cruise Iron Man in some way, shape, or form.
Dude, for real.
And honestly, I'm not gonna lie. I think there might be a little biased because I want it to happen. and
Same.
I think it'd be super cool if it did.
Same.
Variant.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, 100% heard.
I'm gonna
99.
say, yeah,
It can't be 100%.
I think it's 90% as well. I think he's gonna be in it, and I think he's gonna be sitting on the council and maybe only have 2 or 3 lines. He's gonna be sitting up on that
Yeah.
group.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because a lot of like
And people are gonna
speculation
freak out.
was is the person that Captain or that Wanda is fighting is that him? I don't think so. I think that's Monica Rambeau.
I think that's
or
Monica
something like
Rambeau.
it. Yeah,
But I think
it's Blue Marvel.
ooh.
could be.
John Boyega.
Cameron.
Oh,
very cool.
Oh.
Cameron said something in the
Sick.
comments that I want to echo here because that's kind of how I feel that it's so risky to bring back Iron Man because of what Iron Man means to the MCU and who played him. I think it's a little risky.
No, I think like I'm just pitching a scene. I think somebody could be like Doctor Strange could be reaching for Tony and his back's towards him and he turns around and it's Tom Cruise. It's
Right,
not
kinda like
they
RDJ.
did
You know
with
what I mean?
Garfield
And
or
like
something.
so in that sense where it's like we're not bringing back the RDJ and I would love that.
Because it's not RDJ, I completely disagree with the risky thing. Because
Yeah.
it's not him, I completely
If
disagree.
it was our Iron Man, you know what I mean? I think it's
Might
shaky
kinda get
waters.
people going,
Yeah, why do we need to do that? You know, but if it was in that scene, if you see just like a black suit or something, and he's not in the Iron Man suit, and you, or
he's
if
just
he, even if,
superior.
or if he's superior Iron Man, because he stated if he was in a superhero movie, he wants to be a superhero without a helmet, so you can know that it's him, which is the most Tom Cruise thing ever. But superior Iron Man does not rock the face
Nope,
shield.
he does not.
You know what I mean?
Nope.
So it would be really cool to see in the scene where he's like, Tony, we saved the universe, and grabs his shoulders, and he turns around, and it's like Tom Cruise. He's like,
Did like I'm Tom Cruise?
Scientology.
He's like chewing gum. It's
Yeah.
Scientology. It's popping his gum. And, yeah. Okay.
jumping on couches.
Sonny, it's back to you. John Krasinski as Reed Richards. Do we get Reed Richards first of all?
I think we get Reed Richards 100%.
Do we get John Krasinski as Reed Richards?
50-50
Okay.
because
Okay.
we might get what was the gentleman's name?
Yoan Griffith.
We might get him, and I think that might be fan service, and that might do it just enough for the sake of there being multiple universes, and we're but it could. I think it would be more exciting to see Mr. Krasinski.
Donovan.
Yeah,
I
again,
got 2 left. We got 2
guys,
more
I'm
after
going
this.
0 on John
Bro,
Krasinski
what?
as Mr. Fantastic.
Yeah.
I-
no one's in the movie. Nobody's in the
I
movie.
gotta tell you,
Except
like,
Brando Crample
listen,
Crunch.
I don't
He's the only
doubt
guy in it.
I don't doubt that Mr. Fantastic will be in the movie, but I just don't know that it's John Krasinski playing him.
Okay.
Yeah.
That because
You
that was the
think
that was the question,
but
right?
you think Reed Richards is in the movie?
Yeah, I do think
Yeah,
Reed Richards is in the movie.
I kind of did a combo thing.
Yeah, I think I'll give it 33% that he's in the movie.
This
Okay.
man said 33%.
But I don't think it's John Krasinski. I think it's going to be an actor that we know, but they haven't announced yet. And they'll be
Okay.
like, "Oh, that was a genius casting." Or,
Right.
"Oh, why did they cast him?"
Oh, I hope not. That would piss
So-
me off.
I know, but
Paul.
Emily Blunt has expressed that she has no interest in
She
playing
doesn't want to be in a
in
franchise
a
thing.
franchise
like
thing
that.
like
She
that.
just did
So-
Jungle Cruise. This is a super
And
franchise.
she's gonna
It's
do
Disney.
the sequel.
Yeah, dude.
She's already in the family.
So you're gonna tell me you? Never mind. What, a
Sound
$30
on
million contract?
And
You get an
make
action
movies,
figure.
and you get to make movies with your husband.
Yeah, like what?
She's already doing that though in the
she
Quiet
is already
Place.
doing that.
That's true.
I'm gonna go. So we might have. I feel like we might have stepped on Frank's toes a little bit with the Yoan Griffith thing. I feel like that. Were you gonna ask if we thought Reed Richards but Yoan Griffith was gonna be in it?
No, I was just he
Okay.
had said Reed Richards. If Reed
Because-
Richards is gonna be that, so
okay.
I just went
I,
to that.
I didn't want to
Went
step
rogue.
on
No,
your
I was
toes
gonna
anymore.
ask-
But
no.
so if we're going John Krasinski, I'm going like 10%.
Okay.
If we're going, do I think Yoan Griffith's Reed Richards is gonna be in
a
it?
little higher.
80%.
Okay.
Here's my scale. 10% Krasinski, 80% Griffith, 10% someone we don't know yet. But I
10%
want
a
to almost
dude.
100% believe that Reed Richards is going to be in the movie.
Okay.
All right.
Antonio Banderas.
I gotta say that it's not likely that Krasinski's in it because we've heard that she doesn't want to. She's not interested, and maybe she makes she's going to make the call ultimately.
Yeah, but you
But
hear a lot of stuff.
Reed
With
Richards,
Garfield,
I think we can see
Garfield
for
was
sure.
going so hard. I'm not in a movie. I'm not in a movie. They don't want to surprise things, and Marvel's really, really tight about getting these spoilers out. You know what I mean? So I don't never say never nowadays.
Okay,
dude.
well, Sonny, you mentioned an actor that played Spider-Man, so this is my second to last question for you guys.
Ooh,
Top
sick.
character. Do we see Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man in this movie? What is your percentage?
I'm gonna go because never say never. 10%. Do I think maybe Andrew Garfield might be coming back? A little higher. I think we've gotten a lot of fan service.
He's supposed to
through
be in the
him.
vampire movie that no one's going to watch.
So and that's kind of why.
Morpheus.
Oh, that's what it is.
Yeah, he's going to be in Morpheus.
The vampire movie.
He's
that
crossing
nobody's
over
gonna
to the Matrix.
I
universe.
think it would be really cool if we got Andrew Garfield over Toby. I think Toby sent his goodbye at the end
Okay.
of that one, but Garfield's like, yo, I'm stoked to kind of come back. This would be an opportunity. So I'll probably say maybe 45 for Garfield.
Real quick, Donovan, your percentage for that.
50-50.
It's 50-50.
Ooh.
And I'll tell you why, because Sam Raimi directed the very first Spider-Man
Yep.
movies.
Yep.
And he's doing this one, and it's his sort of back to comic book movie. So,
Mhm.
and we just had the No Way Home. Toby came back. So I don't see, I wouldn't put it out of the realm of possibility. I'm going 50-50. It either will happen or won't happen. And I'm happy with either way, but I man, it's so tough. Yeah, I'm going 50-50 on this
Variant.
one.
60-40. They were just shooting No Way Home. How easy would it have been to just be like,
Sure.
hey, Doctor Strange, hey, look it, you're in No Way Home. Oh, look at that, Toby's here. All right,
Right.
cool.
And they
Do a
could have
little
been-
scene. All right, we'll use this later.
And they could have been filming right down the lot with him.
Oh,
So it's
yeah.
like, hey,
Yeah.
go ahead to Studio 9.
Very
'cause they're
easy,
doing-
very
yeah.
simple. I think Toby is currently on the list is like 1 or 2 in the most like realistic to be in this movie.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I
Paul.
said I wouldn't go this far. 100% Tobey Maguire's in.
Wow.
Whoa.
Because of his relationship with Sam Raimi.
Yeah.
And I believe that I'm a little lower on like an Andrew Garfield cameo. I'm around like 40% on that one, but mainly because of the relationship between Tobey Maguire and Sam Raimi, and they're good friends still. And he directed him in the first 3. And I think one of the catalysts for the reshoots was, oh, we got Tobey Maguire in
Yeah, we already have him here.
in No Way Home,
Might as well.
and so let's get him in here. It's Sam. They get along. It'll be easy to just plug him in. 100% Tobey Maguire is going to be in this movie in some way, shape, or form.
I'd put it in the 80 to 90% range. I think Tobey Maguire is going to be in this movie.
Ooh,
as
okay.
well. Okay.
That's a real good one, Dad.
This is my last. Thank you, son. This is my last. This is the last character. Okay. And I want you guys to really think about this. You pause for a second, Sonny. You think about
I
this.
hope it's who I think it is.
Is the Professor X that we heard the voice of, is that supposed to be Professor X from the 90s animated series? Are we getting Professor X in this movie? What is your percentage that we're getting Professor X in this movie, but he is from the animated series, the X-Men animated series?
That's interesting. Didn't put that into perspective until now.
Because they put those little things out there. There's animated something that we
Right.
could be getting scenes in the film that are animated. Could they just cross over a character to live action?
Well, because we know one Professor X is dead in one universe with Logan. We don't know which one is out there. If they show the chair and it's like goldish yellow, I would give you a little bit more of a percentage. But I don't know about that one.
You're saying that's the voice that we heard.
Yeah.
I don't.
And that is
and that's
Professor
that
X
Professor X from the '90s cartoon.
X-Men '97 series,
he
and that's the reason why we're getting the series brought back.
I do not think so. I'll
Okay.
say 2%.
And we're back to 0% for
Okay.
me. Because, I mean, first of all, the X-Men animated series, there was a different voice actor for Professor X.
Sure.
So why not just have the voice actor that's going to be doing Professor X to be
I
doing
agree.
it?
Okay.
Patrick Stewart, I think, will be in it as Professor X. I think the real question
From
is...
the Fox X-Men films.
Yes, the real question is Patrick Stewart's Professor X going to be the Professor X we see going forward in the MCU? And
I don't
to
think so.
that,
We're gonna
Me
get to
To
that later in the episode. We'll talk a little bit about that. and
okay,
our
cool. Then
crazy
I'll
theories.
save it. Then I'll save it. Then
McAvoy.
Do you want to go,
Oh,
Jonathan,
yeah.
first?
Oh yeah, the guy's name is Cedric Smith. the voice actor for the '90s X-Men.
Uh-huh.
Ah.
He's relatively the same age.
Is he
as Patrick
bald?
Stewart. He's bald-ish.
Does he
has some
have?
hair.
Does he
And
go
he's
around in a
British-ish.
wheelchair that hovers?
British-ish.
He's.
Okay.
She looks Britishish.
She was British-ish.
Okay.
So there's a chance.
Damn,
I mean, it
you
would be
guys are
cool.
really-
I think it'd be interesting if they did something like really bold and they do just bring like an animated cutout, but they clean it up in such a way that it's not like a fully live action person. It's like a mix between CGI and animation.
It would
To
be pretty
show-
trippy.
The show like, hey, it's multiverse of madness.
like New Legacy.
We're getting a little crazy
Jam.
here, a little mad here. Some cartoon characters might be existing in the real world or in this in between when Doctor Strange is being, taken prisoner by
Mhm.
these Ultron bots, during the little trailer. Who
Okay.
knows? Who knows?
Your percentage, Paul.
Percentage that Professor X is the 97 X-Men one, 0%.
Okay. I had to ask a question that was related to Professor X because we heard his voice in the
Right.
trailer.
Yes, we know
So we
that-
know he's going to be in there.
But
and
if you're
Fair
asking
enough.
me, do I think we'll get Professor X, the animated Professor
is
X?
Patrick Stewart going to be your percent chance that? Okay, I'm just doing this on the fly. Percent chance that Patrick Stewart is going to be playing Professor X in the MCU going forward.
15%.
I'm gonna go high on this one, guys. I think it's gonna be 80%, and the reason for that is because we don't really quite understand the scope and the power that Professor X actually has.
Dude.
I think that he has one consciousness throughout every single universe that he exists. That's how
Ooh.
powerful he is.
I'm talking
So
about
I think
Patrick
he's
Stewart, though.
correct. I'm
He's
talking about
81
Patrick.
years old.
Right. I think that this Professor X.
He's
goes,
gonna be in more movies.
No.
What he said.
That's
So
why
powerful.
I
No,
said.
hang on. Follow
Please,
me here.
please.
So he knows all the different Professor X's in the different eras, so he can talk to all of them and know as one
Okay.
single consciousness.
Okay.
So maybe we get him killed in this one, and then we have James McAvoy coming in to take his place because he's the same consciousness throughout every single universe.
He's a Nexus
Okay,
being.
That's my theory.
Is he a Nexus being?
You're
I'm not sure. Wanda is.
Wanda
I don't
for
know.
sure is. So that's my thing. That's my
your
theory.
percentage of him being the Professor X of the MCU.
Like you said, man, he's a little old, dude. And if you want a little bit more X-Men, unless he filmed all of his scenes in a month, you know what I mean? I just don't see him moving forward. I don't know. I think McAvoy, that setup that you explained would be perfect. But I
Yeah.
think if we're gonna get more, McAvoy is gonna be a little bit
I agree.
pushed forward.
Variant,
You know?
your percentage of Patrick Stewart playing Professor X going forward in
What
the
you got,
MCU.
player?
I think it'd be really awesome to see him standing, in this reality. I'm just putting that
No,
out
for
there.
sure,
I think
yeah.
it'd be
Standing?
standing.
like standing,
Copy.
like not in
because
a
they
wheelchair.
always
Said
show
stop
him,
it.
in the wheelchair, whatever. I think it'd be really interesting if it's like,
But I think
hey,
they
this is a
show him in
Professor
the chair,
X.
like
he's in the chair. He's gonna be in the
leaning
chair. He'll be in the chair.
He'll be on the chair. But I think it'd be cool if they showed like Patrick Stewart like playing basically like Prime Xavier. Like, hey, you worked so
cool.
hard for this
Superior
role.
Xavier.
Superior Xavier, true Xavier.
by Tom Cruise.
By Tom Cruise. I give it like it's. I think that's a
Patrick Stewart, a
50-50.
Scientologist?
Yeah,
I don't
probably
know.
not.
Anyway,
I give that a
don't know.
50-50.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
It'd be cool. It'd be really cool.
What if the clip that we saw in the trailer was
Cut out.
not cut out? It's very possible though.
it's not
MCU is
even
known
in-
for
yeah, that it's
doing
not
that.
even in
for
the
sure.
movie.
But what if that was the very end of the movie? They fought in there and all the stuff.
Oh, that would piss me
and then
off.
Professor X
That would piss
goes,
me off, too.
"It's time we tell them the truth." Cut to black. Oh my God, how mad would people be?
I would be pissed
It'd
off.
be the
Don't do that.
multiverse of madness. Anyway.
Wow.
Really quick, I didn't know that this was gonna happen. So I think that this might be a high percent on everybody's list except for Donovan. Everybody in the chat.
Because Donovan doesn't think anybody's gonna be in it.
Yeah, it's
That's
just
not
it's gonna be
true.
Doctor Strange walking around by himself, talking to himself
So
the
far,
whole movie.
it's going to be Elizabeth Olsen.
Doctor Strange.
I'm
Doctor
telling you,
Strange.
these stories have to be grounded. So when you put so much stuff in there,
I agree.
No,
people
yeah,
get
I know.
overwhelmed.
Okay.
Spider-Man was not overwhelming.
Yeah, but
So-
see, the thing is, like, Donovan, you're
Wrong.
saying that it has to be. You're forgetting the possibility that this movie doesn't have to be good. It could be bad.
It
No,
just has
I understand
to
that,
put
but if it's
everything in
going,
there.
but if it's going to be good, if it's going to be good, you can't have so much in there. Trust me, I've
It could
read
just be
stories that
cameos
had
of the movie.
It could be literally cameos the whole movie. Listen, real quick.
Yeah, go ahead,
Which
Tony.
goes into what my person is. You guys know this is one of my favorite characters ever. Do we get Deadpool in this movie?
90%. Yeah.
90%?
Absolutely.
At least in some type of cameo or he's walking by in the background
Right?
type of thing.
Yeah.
So what?
Yes.
You're agreeing?
I'm gonna go 80% on this one.
Wow.
Yeah,
You said
I'm going high
90?
on this one.
What you got, Variant?
I would.
I don't know. I
You don't
want him to
think-
be in it.
Right?
I don't know though.
Really?
I think I think
It's
that's a
toss-up?
little.
That's
That's a tough sell for me.
really?
I think if they're pushing this boundary of already adding so many actors, and I don't think Disney fully knows what to do with Deadpool yet. To put him in this movie might be the safest, avenue to put Deadpool into the MCU is this crazy movie.
I think
But
we
I think
mentioned
it's dangerous.
it. We
it's
mentioned
gonna be
it.
awesome. It's
We-
dangerous.
We mentioned having him show up in like a Stan Lee kind of just showing up in
that he's going to
movies.
be in that role.
Right, like just a cameo in all the movies, just to kind of show some connection between everything.
He'll still get his own movie, but
Oh, for
he'll
sure, for
still
sure.
be in all of them. That's
I'm going really high. I think I'm going like 85, 90% that we are going to get Deadpool in this.
You've convinced me.
Yeah?
Yeah, you've convinced me. I'm going to say like 80%.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Okay, even if
I
it's
think-
after credit, that would be cool.
I think it's going to be right in the middle of the movie. He's just walking by.
yeah. I think it'll be like and
that
so
would be-
this is
that
what
would
the
be
MCU is.
Right,
Yeah.
right,
Oh,
right.
is Mickey anywhere? Like, I think it's going to be something really
Oh my
silly
God.
I
like
don't know
that.
if he's even gonna talk. I think I'd like.
If he
might
just
not-
shows
he
up
might
in the
just
back of the
stop and
scene,
wave.
like,
No, but what if
at the
you
camera.
you know that like video that it's kind of older now, but it's like people like dancing and they're like count how many times these people like shake hands or something, and then they're like, "Did you see the gorilla walk across the screen?" And you're like, "No," and then you watch it and a gorilla walks across the screen because your focus was elsewhere. So what
Right.
I think might happen is there'll be like a big fight going on or something,
and he's
and
just
Deadpool's just gonna stroll across the middle of it.
Like a Howard the Duck.
And
Yeah.
people in the people coming out of the movies are like, "Oh, I loved when I saw Deadpool walk across." People are
Like, what?
Wait, what? Deadpool walked across? And it's
Yeah.
gonna be. I think that would be a cool way to introduce.
It's probably
him.
going to be one of those movies that you're like, as soon as it's over, you're like, I gotta
watch this again.
watch this again.
Yeah, I gotta watch this.
Yeah.
So we got 2 tickets for the one night, right? We're going to see it right after we watch it.
for
Multiverse of
Multiverse
Madness?
of
oh,
Madness.
it's going down.
Okay.
It's going down.
Yeah, dude.
I'm looking forward to that.
That's
guys,
crazy.
really quickly, there was sort of like, I guess it's an announcement that Netflix is pulling the Hell's Kitchen universe, or Daredevil, Jessica Jones, Luke Cage, Iron Fist,
The
and
Defenderverse.
Defenders. The Defenderverse is going to be leaving Netflix effective Monday,
Very strange.
and it will be returning to very strange. It'll be returning to it'll be
meant to
going
do that.
to Disney on the Ploos at like I think mid-March, like March 16th.
Right.
Okay. There is a rumor
This is weird.
that there could be an edited version
You.
of some of these shows.
Quan, sorry, I was.
So my question to you guys is, would you be interested in watching these edited versions of the shows? Number one. And does this make you a little nervous about Feige saying that Moon Knight is going to be really hardcore and violent, and extreme, and all this stuff? Does it make you a little concerned, I guess
Yeah.
you'd say?
Yeah. Because like one, to answer the first part of your question, it's like, why would I go like, I don't know, eat some like food that was not good, or it was good the first time, but now you're telling me it's not going to be good. Like,
I think I know what you're trying to say.
yeah, like I'm going to go watch
Yeah.
a show or a season again that's censored
I'm gonna
or
give
broken
you the
down.
same meal, but your
They
favorite
give you
sauce
the-
isn't gonna
what
be
if
on
they
it.
get,
Right,
well, they give
like-
you the option to choose one or the
That was
other.
good.
Yeah.
I mean, if there was an option, yeah, because there's certain things in Daredevil that I don't think need to be on Disney Plus. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, especially anything involving the
Jessica
Punisher.
Jones is very dark too.
question-
It very much so is.
And a lot of sex in it as well.
Well,
There
I
is.
mean,
The
are
first
we,
episode.
are we gonna get the same kind of language that we get in like Luke Cage?
Oh yeah, and that's true.
So I think
They're gonna tone all of it down. Like,
my
how do they do
question
that?
I don't know
is-
how.
My question is, what is the source on this saying that it is going to be edited?
that was my question as well.
Mickey Mouse.
Mickey
Because
Donald
I
Duck.
don't think it will be. I think it's going to come out on Plus and it
I
won't
don't-
be edited.
I don't think it will
You come out
either.
on what?
The Ploos.
The Ploos.
Ooh.
All right.
Sorry.
I
He's like shooting daggers over there.
I know. I was like, geez, man, easy with the Ploos, huh, bro?
okay, well then, really quickly with that aside, whether we're getting edited versions, whether it's not the case or it is,
Right.
do you think that Moon Knight is going to be a violent series?
Yeah.
I think it's still gonna be badass, but I think it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be good, dude. I think it's gonna be good. There's no way that the trailer gave us all of the cool stuff. You know what I mean? Like, there's
Not
going to
at
be
all.
really scenes where it seems like it's going to be very brutal and it's going to be very different than everything that we've gotten. I don't think that they can tone, like, how do they tone that down
I
more?
Don't think. I mean, I could be wrong. The Daredevil show is not as brutal in like a gory aspect as some people
What?
think it is.
What you
Wilson
talking about?
Fisk crushes a guy's
Yeah, but
head.
you don't see his head
You see his
explode
brains fall onto the
as a shadow.
concrete.
Yeah,
But see, and then that's what I was thinking. Like
I mean, that's pretty
in
violent.
Moon Knight, if he
Yeah,
doesn't,
but-
if he doesn't like kill anybody, but he's like killing like spirit Anubis like monsters, it's different. You could put that on Disney Plus.
I guess my point is that the other shows they were more intense, but I don't think they were like that much bloodier. Like we weren't getting like
Right.
spraying blood everywhere.
Punisher.
Yeah,
That's
that's a better
completely
example.
different.
That's
I didn't even think
That
about
is
that.
Punisher's
more like
body
that,
count
yeah.
is insane, man.
Yeah.
so. I
And
definitely
even season 2 of Daredevil, that prison scene, there's a lot of blood, and he's
I
wearing a white
don't
gown.
think it's gonna go
I
as
love
far
that
as the
scene.
Punisher, but I think it'll probably be Daredevil level kind of stuff going on.
Variant, your thoughts?
I think it's gonna be super violent, but not to the violent of like gore and like physical
Exactly.
violence.
I agree.
I think that there's going to be a lot of like psycho inspection going on. He's a guy dealing with multiple personality disorder who is the patron of a moon god from Egypt. I think there's going to be a lot of like crazy like brain
Psychological,
stuff that we
weird
haven't really
stuff.
explored really. The
Some
first Doctor
Stranger
Strange movie
Things
kind of goes
vibes.
into it. Yeah, Stranger Things is a good example. But Doctor Strange was kind of like Inception meets Marvel meets like what is magic, that there might be that aspect of like what's going on in his head.
I like that.
But they're going to play it. I think they're going to play it safe, but the level of violence isn't going to be physical violence. It's going to be like emotional, like crazy scenes of like the camera shaking or like him running away in fear of like
Or even in
something chasing
dialogue,
him.
too.
And dialogue.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think there's going to be multiple conversations of him talking to himself in the mirror. Because, like, you know, that's the best way Hollywood shows somebody with multiple personality disorder
Right.
is able to cope with things, you
Right.
know?
Another
It's a
reason
really complex answer. I
I
like that.
think that it
Thank
is
you.
going to be violent is because I mean, it wasn't like explicitly shown, but it definitely happens. You watch Thanos get his head cut off.
Oh,
in,
yeah.
in Endgame. They're
Yeah.
not, they haven't.
But it's purple
not
blood.
done- yeah, and
Yeah,
this is a
it's CGI.
different, that was their
Still a
biggest,
decapitation.
that was that was the jewel in their crown. That's
Right.
Endgame. They're not going to do something super violent in that one and make things even more intense.
Right.
But dude still gets decapitated. You can see
You can
his head
see it.
fall off of
Yeah.
his
Right.
shoulders.
See it.
You watch dudes gets their arms cut off with the Doctor Strange thing, the monster, and they're monsters in this. But the point is, I think with Disney Plus, they will and are going to make things a little more intense in the shows that it is expected in. You know what I mean? I have confidence that they're going to do that.
I'll say
correctly.
that yes, it's going to be violent,
Yeah.
but it's not going to be to the level of extreme violence. I like to
I
refer
don't
to
need
it.
it to be.
I like to refer to it as Indiana Jones violent. We see in the Indiana Jones movies, and in the first one, the guy literally gets spiked. In the first scene, he gets spiked through with a booby trap. In Last Crusade, we see a guy's head get chopped off. Only a penitent man will pass. You know, so we see that sort of violence. I think we're going to get that violence in Moon Knight, and we get that violence already in Mandalorian. You watch
Yeah.
Mando season 1, that very first scene, he chops a guy in half in the door. We don't see it, but we hear it.
But there's
And-
like
Carries the dude's-
ratings and everything else too.
yeah.
He carries
Yeah.
a dude's head around in a bag
There you go.
in Boba Fett.
Yeah, so yes, I think we're going to get
true.
some I think we'll get the appropriate amount of violence
agree.
for this character, and it'll be on the level of an Indiana Jones type violence.
Agreed.
You guys are talking about a lot of decapitation stuff. There's been rumors around, this is super, I'm going real tinfoil hat, that one of the people that was there during the decapitation took Thanos' head and put it in a jar, and it might be Iron Man in the scene that we see.
All right,
They
what else?
have-
What else is next, Frank? What else do we got
goodness.
going on, buddy?
I don't.
Yo,
What? Okay,
dude,
real quick.
crazy, right?
That's
It happens.
wow.
Y'all
that,
owe
that
us.
happens.
You're
He said
welcome,
that
Marvel.
happens. That happens. Okay. Real quick. Just a little news tidbit. It was announced today.
Tidbit.
That's such a crazy theory. I'm so sorry. I'm trying to rack my
Jorge
brain.
Jimenez, Chip Zdarsky
Yes.
Batman.
will be taking over
Batman.
Batman come July. That's a big deal. If you ever read Zdarsky's work on Daredevil, it's ridiculous. If you're gonna read a Daredevil run, you want to check out his.
Yeah.
And I'm really looking forward to this, and I mean, it's
Yeah, I was excited this morning, or not this morning, rather, but this afternoon he had tweeted, "Hey guys, guess what? I'm the new Batman writer," and I went,
Yep.
"Oh, this is going to be exciting."
It's
So
going to
cool.
be pretty cool. Real quick, I know that we're up against it. We spent a little time there with your percentages. We have about 6% left of the time together.
I think we got like 10. But
Well, we got 10% maybe. Okay, real quick. I wanted to get your guys. We're circling back to Doctor Strange. I want to get your guys' most off the wall, bizarre theory of what you think we could see. It could be the ending. It could just be a scene. It could be whatever. I want to get your most ridiculous thing you think we could see in the Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness. This question I did ask them ahead of time. I did ask them before we started.
Yeah, I didn't even let it marinate enough because that's a bold, like, just like throw the craziest thing out there.
Sure.
Mephisto, man.
Okay.
I think we'll get some Mephisto because everybody's been talking about it. And
he does say nightmare at one point.
He does.
Oh man, come on!
Man, it could be Nightmare.
Sorry.
The named villain, Nightmare. That'd be crazy.
could be. I think Mephisto gives enough craziness into what I would say. What you got?
I think that we might see Nightmare in this just because we had heard it before. I think at the conclusion of this movie, I don't know if Benedict Cumberbatch has signed on for more movies. I'm not going to say that Doctor Strange dies at the end of this. However, I do think that Doctor Strange goes back to completing his arc and healing his hands by the end of this. I think that he solves the multiverse or understands it, passes it off the power to Wanda, and now has the capability to go back to the life that he had before and make a difference, knowing what he knows now and the kind of person that he is, saving people. And he gets his ability back to do surgery, and he gets to marry Christine Palmer. He gets to have the life that he could have wanted. So that would be my
Supposed to be crazy,
sort of,
Sonny.
that's
That would upset me so much.
but why though?
Because, man, I want to see him do more cool stuff as Doctor Strange. And if he does go back into that life, he can't remember all of the stuff that he knows now.
Sure, he could.
He wouldn't be just able to sit back and relax as...
If he got Ploos, he can see it.
But how do you know? But you think about it, these characters that we have, they're constantly. Even Iron Man is the perfect example. She says that, you solved it, but do you think you'll be able to rest? And he goes, no. And then when he does finally complete everything, she says, good, now you can rest.
Right. Well,
So I think we'll see a now you can rest Doctor Strange moment in this movie.
But we get it in this at the end of this movie.
Yeah, because I think there's going to be I really do think there's going to be a lot in here. We're going to get several Doctor Stranges in this movie. We're going to get a lot of Doctor Stranges. We get Zombie Strange. We
I
get
am
the
crying.
things got out a little hand. That Strange. Then we got
Defender Strange.
Defender Strange, and then
Ponytail.
our regular Strange,
Zombie
and then
Strange.
yeah, I mentioned Zombie Strange, and then possibly another Strange with
Pick
no
it up
facial
from
hair,
Strange.
because in the statue,
Yeah.
there's that big statue. There's no facial hair that's on him, so we might see that Strange as well. So I think we're gonna get more Doctor Stranges in this movie than we actually think, and I think by the end of it, he understands what his
Like
purpose
Loki
was.
levels almost, maybe.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that, and then I also think that Loki is going to show up at some point in this movie.
Paul, get
and,
crazy.
and take over the magic.
I think
Take over the magic.
I think we get the Into the Spider-Verse characters in this movie as animated characters.
Nice.
Because we don't know what that animated area is. It could just be like vaguely animated characters and doesn't specify in the movie.
Right.
And a lot of people are thinking it's X-Men 97. When I first saw it, the first thing I thought, because I thought the animation looked a little more similar to that. It looked a little more updated. It looked more similar to Into the Spider-Verse. And I would honestly like to see the Into the Spider-Verse characters more than the X-Men 97 characters. I don't have an attachment to that show.
Right.
I never really watched it much.
I do, man. That's...
And if we're gonna get an animated thing, I would like it to be that. I think there's a good shot we get both. We get both like a little foray into Jonathan's over
Ooh,
there
nice
cringing.
word.
No, I'm not cringing. That's the best theme song for any Marvel show.
yeah.
It's the
yeah.
X-Men
he was
90s.
playing the music.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought he was
So
singing.
good.
He's jamming out.
He's having a
And
fit.
I think that would be super cool to see those guys. And yeah, that's my crazy theory.
Variant, before I get crazy.
Okay.
I want you to be crazy.
I think the most calm of the theory would just be like someone simple like Emma Frost being like put into the movie and like take like Scarlet Witch's side to be like, hey, you got some things that we kind of need to figure out. Here's another psychic that's always been your friend in the comics. Let's go maybe reawaken Agatha because we kind of need her, and then deal with all this stuff that you kind of want to readdress. Mild crazy. I think bigger crazy is they involve another strange Sona, and I think someone said in the credits, like Dr. Ordinary. I think that's a big take. That's something that could be really cool, and they push for something like that. That's some kind of my piece on it.
Okay.
What about you?
I asked you guys all these questions about, members potentially of the Illuminati and all these different versions of these characters that we're getting. I don't think anybody that's on that Illuminati council is the actual Illuminati that we're going to get long term in the MCU. And I think at the end of this film, Wanda's going to kill all of them. She's going to kill that group of people.
I like that.
Very plausible.
She's going to wipe them out.
And then another group that we might know steps into the mantle. No one said anything about Kang.
I don't think that's that crazy of a
He's
theory.
just kind of
it really isn't, because it's very plausible. That I think that's extremely plausible. He'll show up.
But with Loki, I mean,
I agree
I think
Donovan.
Tom Hiddleston's been confirmed to be in the movie.
I think so too.
I mean, on top of the 47 other cameos that we could be getting. I mean, it's not really that much of a stretch to see Kang at this point.
We could possibly be getting Loki and Kang in this movie.
I kind of would be surprised if we didn't get both of them. And shout out to Cam in the chat. He dropped a theory for us. He said, what if Doctor Strange from this universe dies at the end and is replaced by another Doctor Strange, like when the Watcher drops Black Widow into a universe missing her at the end of
I like that theory.
That would be interesting.
I like
that
that
would be nice.
Yeah.
Like
the
that.
actual Sorcerer Supreme of the universe, because the one that we have, like, they've been kind of dancing around it. I mean, they kind of say he's Sorcerer Supreme, but not
the
really.
Sorcerer Supreme now is Wong.
Yeah.
Yes, Wong. So, like, it would be cool if we got the Doctor Strange that is actually Sorcerer Supreme from another reality. Paul, that's amazing.
Cam.
It
wasn't
Cam.
my.
I mean, it's Cam. Paul
Wait, that was amazing.
Paul, that was an
Made me pay
amazing
attention to my
read.
phone.
Cam via Paul was an amazing theory there.
And what the craziest thing about this movie, it's supposed to be a horror movie as well. So
It's gonna be scary.
man.
Oh, you know what? A good crazy theory is that I think is Defender Strange, who gets turned into a zombie. The craziest theory is it's not, and Donny Cates was lying, and that's Null.
Oh, wow.
We're talking crazy theories.
Super Bowl Sunday, like by halftime, he was tweeting,
He's like, that's not Null.
Yeah.
But
Be cool character
So was Andrew
design.
Garfield.
I don't know. I think just with like any black and red and like you see like, creepy stuff, you think Null, but you need like the long hair. You need like the long gray hair.
That's one of those characters where I'm not sure how they're gonna adapt it to.
Yeah, same here.
Because he's
Well, you got, like you mentioned, was it last week, that you gotta mention Null if this new Thor movie is gonna be like Gore the God Butcher got the sword. Where did he get the sword? Like,
which is Null's.
you know what I mean? So, where did this come from? So
Right.
it should.
I don't think we get into the Null stuff though until we get
No, I agree.
Until some more
crazy
Venom
theory,
stuff.
or we get like the Thor Love and Thunder thing, and then maybe that's a post-credit scene for that.
Like
movie
at the end, like maybe they have the sword and Gore is dead, and they have the sword and Null comes back for the sword or something like that.
Well, we were hearing
He
all
just
week
picks it up
that
in the
we were
post-credits.
supposed to get a
Like Cat
teaser.
just doing.
That would be nuts. We were supposed to get some type of
Antonio
teaser
Banderas, Null.
or trailer. Antonio Banderas keeps going back to it. He loves him.
Guys, really, really quick. A simple yes or no for the four of you. Do the Eternals show up in this movie?
No.
I hope not.
Yeah,
Maybe.
okay.
I don't know.
Boo.
I get one or two.
Probably, though.
But really?
They're not gonna drop the Eternals. They're not gonna do it. They're gonna if whatever they plan on having them be.
They went
in,
back to film
they're gonna be
cameos
in,
and they
yeah.
asked the cast of the Eternals if they want to be in the movie. No, they wouldn't do that.
Nah.
Okay.
I don't think so.
I don't think
0%.
Okay.
Guys,
There's a lot of hate in that 0%.
that was fun.
I think he was mocking
it's-
me.
I was.
He was too.
It's both.
It's always good to spend
That's
time
pretty
with you.
badass of you.
And guys, we want to say, guys,
We want to say what?
I don't remember.
I don't either.
We appreciate you guys so much taking the time to check us out, and we're looking forward to Batman in 1 week.
Yeah, baby.
It's gonna be a hoot and a holler.
And a dang it.
Oh!
Variant, you got anything for us?
Read your books. Have a great week. I don't know.
All right, cool.
Actually,
man.
have a terrible week. I hope you guys are not having fun until you're back with us next week.
All right, guys.
That's valid.
We love you. We'll talk to you soon. And that's all.
Yeah. See you guys.
Bye, guys. Read some
Bye.
comics. Cool stuff's out. See you next week. Fish tacos, beer, all the good stuff.
Boy.
Fish tacos.
Oh, we're still going. Yeah, more food and beers and all kind of stuff.